up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? It is your boy MM2K back again with another episode of SSC Podcast. This is actually SSC Podcast number 92, and we are running late because I was running my mouth. But with that said, I want to introduce you to our fine host. We're gonna get the party started as soon as I get my get my little fancy little dig shown up here. Yes, this is SSC Podcast number 92. I am MM2K of PNTS Network, and our first co-host, and I'm going to introduce. Let me see if I got it down there. Oh yeah. Peter Cottontail. Peter, how are you doing today, my good friend? Mm-hmm. That is true. That is true. You know, every time I talk to Pete and I think about him living in the desert, it reminds me of the one, is that a Verizon commercial where they're like, it's like playing peekaboo in the middle of the desert, or not peekaboo, but hide and go seek in the middle of the desert. I just think about that. Okay, that's just me going off on a weird tangent. And then, never mind, ignore it. Anywho, our next guest up is someone that is not known for going off on weird tangents. Our good friend, Ninja Guy X. How you doing, Ninja Guy X? Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Cool stuff. All right. And we got a great show today. We're going to be talking about the House of the Dead remake, which is creating some conversations. We're going to talk about that conversation it's creating. Good and positive and mixed bag, but I think more or less I got my hands on it. It's more positive than yes, sir. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, Peter, I can't blame nobody on that one. That was my fault. Now, okay, we're going to bring back our good guest, Peter Cottontail. Peter, can you real quick again let the people know how you doing today, man?
I am so upset with you. No, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Today's been a good day. I'm off work and everything. So yeah, I'm just not looking forward to the changes I have. No, I'm not. I got off vacation Sunday, and then I had Monday, Tuesday off, and now it's back to my manager texting me basically saying I'm not going to have any days off anytime soon.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, that's nice.
That's beautiful. Okay.
Right.
All right, and sorry about that, Ninja Guy X. Can you once again let the people know that you're living? How you doing today?
Hey, I'm still alive, doing well. I have patience of a god, as I mentioned, and that's pretty much wraps it up. Yeah, good to have. Good to be on the show, man.
Well, Ninja Guy X, at least you weren't around. Hey, Pete, remember when we had Storm on the show? And what did we do? We went like 30 minutes because I was like going on a tangent. I went like 30, 45 minutes without unmuting you guys.
You sure didn't. You were just going on and on and on, and the chat's just going off. Hey, we can only hear you, and then you're just going and going and going.
They were sending super chats, Yeah, they were like, you were doing this to get super chats out of us, hey, whatever works. No.
Yeah.
Speaking of super chats, I got great news. We got Super Thanks active on the channel today. I just checked that out. So if you guys are enjoying the content here, especially I really haven't done much on the channel. I've been more or less trying to get some more gaming in, playing some Division. I did put out like a little rinky-dink video, bad intentions. I made that up on the fly, and tried to get you guys to come over to.
Where's my Twitter link?
Your Twitter link isn't there in the description?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't post the tweet.
Oh, I sure didn't. That's why I told everybody to do it, because I was having difficulty even broadcasting. And like right now, my CPU usage is crazy. I'm trying to see what the hell is going on. It's just some crazy stuff going on here.
Buddy, why is it everybody with the strong PCs have the most problems?
Dude, oh my God. And look, I'm trying to tweet this out and I'm almost tweeting out the damn stream code. Yeah, but that's why I asked everybody, can you please tweet this out for me? We're having all types of technical difficulties today. They don't want us to broadcast. Here, let's do this. Let's switch it up a little bit. Before we get to the wiki report, because I got to put that on the screen, let's talk about what we've been playing, and hopefully things will work itself out. So, Pete, you go first, and Ninja Guy X, and then I'll go last.
Okay, so you will be pleased to know I have been taking a break from Elden Ring.
What?
Yeah, I know, crazy, right? I've actually been getting back into Rainbow Six Siege on Stadia. I don't know why it seems like it's better, but I was actually getting kills, and I'm shocked. So I've been playing Rainbow Sixes. I suck at Siege horribly. But yeah, so I've been playing Siege. Vampire Masquerade Blood Hunt just came out, so I've been playing that. And then Final Fantasy Origins. I have to thank Main Games for that.
Yeah.
Because dude, that game, wow. I within a span of 2 weeks passed up Main and 1 star in the campaign. Yeah.
Jeez. Wow.
I like messaged him where I was at, and he's like, "Wow, it's like you passed us." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's kind of what happens when I like a game. I just kind of go all in on it.
Go ham on it, yeah." That's good. That's good. I was rapping the Main too, and he was like, "Yeah, man, you're kind of interrupting my gameplay with Pete." I'm like, "Oh, oops."
Yeah, he hit me up, and he's like, "Hey, hold on, I gotta talk to MM real quick." I was like, "What does this man want?"
Like, get the hell out of it! I can't escape this dude. I can't escape this bastard. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was talking to Main, and y'all were doing it up, man. And y'all were streaming it too, right? Weren't y'all streaming it? I've seen a video from you, I think, on it.
We weren't streaming it yet, but we were doing we were doing like some recording.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, definitely, yeah. Check out Pete, PNTS Network. Check out his stream channel. On hand on that Final Fantasy, you getting that $1,400 statue?
It's not. No, it's more than that. It's 14,000, not 1,400.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No, as pretty as that looks, I can't even get the money for collector's editions of games, let alone 14K for 6 scale of an inch or six of a scale replica of Final Fantasy. I can't. I like it, but I don't like it that much. I can't even buy a house right now. What makes you think I can spend 14K on a statue?
That's crazy. All right. Well, anything else you've been playing?
Honestly, dude. Oh yeah, I've also been playing Apex Legends,
cool.
Century, Age of Ashes, Fortnite, Sekiro. I tried out Sky Climbers. I really need to get back into Dying Light 2. I'm like staring at it on my desktop, and I don't know why I haven't continued that yet. And Rocket League. I've just been playing a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, and XCOM 2. Yeah, I'm just
damn, dude.
I have 500 something games I can choose from between Stadia and my PC, and I am just going back and forth like nobody's business.
Stuff. Ninja Guy X, what about you, man? I know you've been playing some stuff. What you been up to?
Oh yeah, so well, this weekend I've played a lot of Outbreak, a game that can potentially come to Stadia.
Yeah.
But I think that I, played enough of this game for now, and I'll be taking a break. So, but today I've been playing some Disco Elysium on the Stadia, and oh man, I really love this game. It's crazy, like. It's like a detective kind of game but it's like in a CRPG type of world. So you have to roll dice to make decisions, and
cool.
Like I like, for example, I give a roll to a bartender. Like, he wanted me to pay, and I wanted to say something wise, I think, and I rolled and I failed. So I just ran away, gave them the middle finger, and tripped on a wheelchair. Just crazy, and this game has so many funny moments. But yeah, that's good. And other than that, I've been practicing Just Dance 2021.
Oh,
so
wow.
the return of my alter ego Maurice will be.
We gotta get that.
Oh
Yeah, we gotta get that.
So just a hint, stay tuned on tomorrow's Stadium Connect North. He might make an appearance. This is my first time saying that. So yes, keep an eye out tomorrow on Stadium Connect North. He might make an appearance. But
depends on how much.
What?
Depends on how much bourbon Ninja Guy X has. Yeah. Maurice might come out.
How much money my sponsor is willing to give me for this, you know?
Hey, when are you gonna send me a bottle of bourbon? Since bourbon brings out Maurice. I want my inner Maurice.
In due time, shipping from Canada to United States is pretty expensive. So I don't know.
I will pay your shipping if you send me a bottle of bourbon.
Let's do it.
Wow.
But yeah, no, I think in this week, I think I'll be jumping into a few Stadia games. I'm feeling like playing again Phoenix Point, and Octopath Travelers is what I've been wanting to play lately. All of these bigger games. And we'll talk about sales. I think I'm going to be buying a few of these games too. So I've got a lot of games to plan out to play the next week or so.
Awesome. Yeah, I've been playing some. Well, before I get to me, I do want to throw this out there as far as playing games. I know we talk a lot about games, and I know you guys enjoy it. It's entertaining, and that's great. But let's not forget about playing games at the heart of it. We started off the Old Dirty Blasters initiative, and now your mama knows. I don't know if I see you in the chat, but I really need to get with you because the thing that we were talking about, it's time to pull the lever on it. We're really going to be winding up the whole let's start gaming thing. Because I really feel we were having a long, lengthy discussion before we went live, but I think a lot of some of the angst and stuff that's going on in the community is because we're not doing what we used to. As bad as things seem now, as far as things slowly coming through and and there being 19 games and da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, who cares? A game is a game.
I get it.
You know how long I wait for one game to come out? I wait 10 years for one game to come out. You think I'm worried about 19? Yeah, you think I'm worried about 19 games right now, and it's April?
Here's what everybody needs to think about, though. Back in 2020, it was worse because in 2020, we all kind of had this mindset that we didn't read the reports, we didn't do our homework, and it's not all on us. Stadia wasn't the best communicator at first. They've admitted it themselves. And so we were all on this belief system that, give it a good year. Stadia is going to be competing with Xbox or PlayStation. And we were all wrong. You know what I mean? So you can just imagine in the 2020, we investing in a platform that we thought was going to be battling Xbox and PlayStation in a year. And we only have 12 games. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much around the same time. It was making news everywhere. Stadia abandoned the system only 30 seconds into it. It was pandemonium. And the only thing that kept us together was there were many of us that were yeah, we're upset, but we still love the platform. Let's play some games. You know what I'm saying? And that's where Stadia Super Saturday and some of the other great events that a lot of you are probably saying, huh? Go check it out. That we were doing, that's how they were born. So it's time to get back into that mode. So I got some good people to talk to. We're going to be doing some great things, but keep in mind, if you got any community gaming suggestions, hit me up, hit up Cowboy, hit up John, hit up any of us. And we're going to see what we can do to make it happen. But we're looking to get something started. So just be mindful of that, okay? Because it's all about the games and playing them at the end of the day. So with that said, I've been playing and I finally got everything tweeted out. So Pete, you can scratch me off your hit list, please.
Oh, I don't have a hit list. I
just go out and just whack people. There's no list.
yeah, there's no list. It's just indiscriminate targeting.
He's got like 3 hitmans hired for
exactly.
And every time you do something right,
I might
one.
just to make sure that the job is done, because I'm going to treat this like the apocalypse and double tap. So yeah,
just go get them. Yeah. I been playing a lot of Division 2. Like you guys just understand how stoked I am over this new upgrade. Like I go to the.
When are you going to invite me to that? By the way,
to the PTS. Did you download it?
I can.
Yeah. Well, first you gotta here, Pete. After the show, or no, while we're live, Pete, you're a great multitasker. Go to PNTS Network and sign up for Old Dirty Blasters, so I can get all your credit card information. No, so I can get your information and I can sign you up. And then there we go right there, baby.
Okay.
Yep, and we'll get you in. Get you. Tommy Rocks just hit me up too before. That's our clan leader. Tommy Rocks just hit me up and said, "Look, man, we got to get it." Tommy Rocks don't be playing, man. He's like, "Look, we got to get everybody together." Shout out to Tommy Rocks and Twisted Barber out of UK. Look, we got to get everybody together. Like, he's like, I looked at your gear. Your gear is butt milk. I said, butt milk? I said, holy cow, that doesn't sound too tasty. He said, yeah, everybody's gear is butt milk. It's ass. We got to get everybody's gear together. I said, okay, cool. We're gonna get it together. So, yeah, come join the Old Dirty Blasters. If you don't have a squad that you normally roll with, join us. We'll get some people together to get you up and get your gear right. So.
Yes, my gear is some booty. So
some butt milk.
Yeah, so I need to do that too.
Cool. So yeah, we're gonna get everybody together and we are going to get your gear up. So join us at the Old Dirty Blasters. All right, now before we get into the show, I think we can do this. Let me show you something. Watch it be the wrong thing. Oh no, it's right! Oh my God, Pete doesn't have. Woo, I escaped Pete's hitman again. So this is PNTS Network's StadiaDosage website. It's its own standalone site. And damn, it just every day it looks better and better and better. We got contributors that are on the panel. You know what I mean? I'm putting out some great articles. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of stuff out here now. But definitely check it out. If you're interested in contributing, just hit up Jack to Slip. There is compensation involved. I
can vouch for this.
You can vouch for that. We're still, focused on Stadia, though. We're focused on Stadia with this particular website. And PNTS Network is the website where we do all things gaming and tech. But unfortunately, we didn't get the major grants over there. There ain't no compensation. You got to do it for the love. But we got some great things coming over there. We got some big changes coming for PNTS Network. Like, this is just the beginning. You guys are going to be shocked. And I can't wait to launch the next version of PNTS website, but that's here nor there. Let me shut up. But yeah, come on over to StadiaDosage.com if you want to write articles. Pete can vouch. You get compensated. So hit us up.
I am also learning WordPress.
Yes, WordPress is hella fun, isn't it?
Isn't it? It's actually pretty handy. I'm just kind of learning as I go, but like, it's pretty handy. Like /y just lets you embed a YouTube video automatically, so that's pretty nice.
Oh, that is right. Yeah, because he put that code in it. Yeah, Jack is slick, man. He's slick. He looked at PNTS website, which is also based off of WordPress, and he said, "No." He said, "No, I can't get jiggy with this." He said, "Well, we gonna pull StadiaDosage from this, right?" I said, "Okay." He said, we're gonna give it a something. I can't get jiggy. I can get jiggy with this mess. So he got some little slick. So again, he's making it very simplified for people that want to come over and write about Stadia. All right, now we're back to the website view, and now I'm going to hand it over to our good friend Ninja Guy X, if he's willing and he's able. Hold on, let me go to one more screen. The Wiki Report. What's going on with the Wiki Report? We got 1,000 games coming over, right?
Oh yeah.
Got 2,000.
We got Resident Evil 1 to 1000 coming up.
That'd be great.
Yeah. No, but yeah, so some pretty cool stuff. In the upcoming games, we've added the ESRB rating for Hot Wheel Unleashed. So this game will potentially be coming to Stadia. I don't know if it's confirmed yet. I don't think so. But yeah, very promising. I mean, we might be seeing it sometime soon. So I know that a lot of people is looking forward to that game if it's coming out. We've had some polls, and this was the most desirable game of all of the upcoming.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty fun to see those results. And up next, we got in the pro game list, we've added the upcoming pro games. So if you'd like to know what game we're getting on March 1st, you just need to go on the pro game list, and yeah, you'll see all the 4 games that we're having.
Oh, cool. Okay, I like that.
Not bad. So unfortunately, we removed Deliver Us to the Moon in the pro list section just because we don't know what's happening with that game. It had a delay, and yeah, we hope to see some news about it sometime soon, but as of right now, we don't exactly know when it's coming out, and we don't know if it's still going to be a pro game, so we removed it from that list. And last but not least, we've got House of the Dead that came out today. So we added that in the game list. So that's all we have for the game, the wiki news of this week.
I love this game statistics thing, and then this is a great resource. And then we got House of the Dead remake right here. Told me because I'm on.
Yep. But yeah, no. Again, thanks to InLead, he's really quick at updating these. Like usually, like in the first 30 minutes of something happening, like he's on there and updating everything. Then I go in like 2 hours later, and I'm like, oh, I guess it's already updated. You know, like no, he's really fast, and hats off to him again.
Awesome stuff. All right, so let's do this. We do got some breaking news. Breaking news. There's some crazy sales, man, that are going on Stadia. I only have one link to the sales. I was looking at like press releases and stuff, and I couldn't find anything. Which hopefully Stadia will put a tweet out or something soon. But man,
there's no, wait. Yes, no.
Did you spot something?
No, I was just Googling it. Wait.
I'm going to Stadia's web. I'm gonna go to their website right now and see. Which game?
I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
Okay, where you gonna put it? You gonna put it in the DM?
Wait.
While he's looking for that.
Well, because it's the 14th, so this one's wrong.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
But yeah, I do feel like Stadia lately has been letting like the publishers and developers make some announcements, right? Which is cool.
Which is cool if they do it. you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody's not doing it, and as someone who contributes to a website, I think well, I'll leave it as something that we'll chat about behind the scenes. I think there's a prioritization that's happening to this news that is not, it's not acclimated to how news works. Like, let me give you an example. Let's say Stadia Source. Shout out to Stadia Source. Let's say Stadia Source puts out an interesting article about House of the Dead. Here's what normally happens. When certain sites get that and they put it out there first, the bigger sites copy it. Like the bigger sites rarely lead with something unless it's something controversial. But if it's, hey, Stadia now has House of the Dead, it's not controversial enough for the bigger sites. So give it to the smaller sites that can start blasting it out there at first, and then give it to the bigger sites who or do what the bigger sites are good at doing. taking stuff, just stealing stuff from the smaller sites and making it bigger. So I think it's a good strategy. I just think that the release tier is kind of off. You know what I mean? Get the word of mouth, because that's how it works, right? Like, I've just 1,000 times that I've seen The Verge go and take something that 9 to 5 or Stadia Source may have had, because it started to get traction. They're like, oh, this is starting to get some traction, I'll do it. So maybe do it that way first, and then it'll circulate more or better. I don't know. But I do think it's a good strategy to let the other people talk about it, because when you bring it up, people are like, oh, you're just making stuff up, or this ain't the truth. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's true. And
I get it.
They should have like a better inner circle, maybe for like press release, like especially for these small Stadia specific news reporting, right? Because it will be, it will help them in a way, and also be more accurate, more precise, more fast. So it'd be nice. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, I think they're on the right track. Look, this is early. A lot of you guys, I remember, who was I talking to? Topher. Remember Topher, guys? The guy that made the fake Star Wars game that everybody was like,
oh, that guy.
SOB.
I remember that guy.
Yeah. But no, he, despite him doing that, he was spitting some facts about, things were rough in the early Xbox days. Like, what y'all see from Xbox now, antitrust, paying $75 billion for games and making Jason Schreier mad. That wasn't always the case. Like, they were the laughingstock of gaming, except for Halo. Like, nobody wanted to acknowledge Xbox except for Halo. You had Shaquille O'Neal and The Rock and all that other stuff, but they were all showcasing Halo. Halo and Xbox Live were cool. That's it. Everything else about Xbox was getting trashed. So, these are the early years, and they're figuring out their way. So hopefully, like Ninja Gaia said, they'll get that part better. But there's some big sales going on for all the NIS America games, and these are the JRPGs that, remember, was it last month, Ninja Guy and Pete, that we had our Xbox brethren wanting to throw us off of bridges over because they didn't have all the same titles?
Because Xbox doesn't get any JRPGs, yep.
Yeah. So this is big. Like they said, save up to 60%. Pro users can save up to 65%. So this is great stuff, man. So definitely check out the Pro sales or just the game sales on the NIS America stuff. And it's all the way up until May 8th. Starts today. And also there's other sales too. Like, I don't know, Ninja Guy, so there's some sales that you can think of, or Pete, that you can think of on the top of your head?
Definitely. So it's a Golden Week sale. So it's all about JRPGs, and I'm super excited because these are my favorite type of genre, right?
Yeah.
And so they've got Dragon Quest XI, Octopath Traveler, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. What else? They have One Piece. They have there's another game I want to buy, but I can't quite. Oh no, that's all of them that I want to, that I'm interested in. And I know that Pete can probably talk about that because I know he played Kakarot, and
I do have Kakarot.
Yeah, exactly. And like, it's crazy, like, again, with the cloud, how there's no latency, right? Like, I know that this is a game that requires a lot of twitch reflexes, and it's such a good game to showcase that.
Kakarot,
100%.
Yep.
And Kakarot is...
Go ahead, Pete.
Sorry. Kakarot is the only game I've seen that has like a setting, even though I don't really know what it is.
Oh, I remember that.
It has a setting where you
can
up the internal resolution of the game.
Yeah.
Which is really weird, but god damn, does it look crisp on my TV.
Nice.
It looks so crisp, dude, and it plays so smooth, and I'm just like,
eye candy.
So good. It's eye candy. It's straight up is eye candy, and I'm just like, there's no way I'm on the cloud. But then I look at my Chromecast, I'm on the cloud.
Another fun fact is that One Piece and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot never had a sale since their initial release.
Oh,
On
wow.
the initial release, yeah, they got.
That's crazy.
They had an initial release sale, and then afterwards they never had a sale. So today is like the first day that they got
Those
like
are
another
both
sale.
great games, by the way.
Yep.
I have both
Exactly.
of them because I'm an idiot and bought them both day one. Because
Well, that's smart actually because they were on sale.
well, yeah, I just God, just uncontrollable spending.
Right.
But yeah, so that's cool. That both of them are on sale because I don't know what it is about Japanese games, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if a game has voices for Japanese, I play the game with Japanese voices and English text because it just seems
Yeah. I can't do dub. I can't do dub. I'm right there with you, brother.
it's just so much better.
Yeah. My son loves me and him when we go to watch anime. Like, I can't watch it with him. Like, thank God when we went to go see Jujutsu Kaisen, and when I took him to go see what's the other movie? Pete? That came Demon Slayer. When we went to go see those movies.
Oh, Mugen Train?
Yeah. When we went to go see
That's a
them,
bomb movie too.
it was in sub. I can't do dub.
Man, yeah, like oh my God, bro. My girlfriend always wants to watch it in
Sub.
dub.
Yeah,
No, she wants to watch it in dub because
in dub, yeah.
she has like problems, I guess. Like she can't focus on
Mm-hmm.
if she has to constantly watch it because if she's listening to it but she's not paying attention, she like completely like loses track of what's being said, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so she's like, let's just watch it in dub, and I was like, babe, I was like, it has sub.
Yeah.
I want to watch it in sub, please. No,
I do the
okay.
slick stuff. Like all of the services that I sign up for and all the copies that I get, they don't have a dub option. So,
Yeah,
that's how I get away. That's
a
how I
lot
get
of the
away with
anime
it.
I've been watching now only has sub. I was like,
Exactly. Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
if you want to watch it, this is the only way we're gonna watch it. But I don't want to watch it in sub. Well, guess you're not watching.
Too bad. Yeah, my wife hates because she hates reading while watching movies. And believe it or not, my mother-in-law my mother-in-law is 82, and she's a big martial arts fan. And she's like me. She cannot stand dub. So me and her can watch martial arts, and she ain't in the anime. She's too old for that. To get, well, I hate to say it. I'm not to put it like that. Nothing against all my old people, but it's just she can't relate to that. But she's down with Bruce Lee, and so I show her all the new stuff. And my wife hates it. She hates it with a passion. She just hates reading while watching a movie is the dumbest thing to her. So just fill our house with nothing but stuff that she has to read. She can't. She has no other choice.
Just be like, she wants a new book. Okay, which manga do you want? That's the only way you get a new book.
And that's what I don't get. She reads all the time. Like right now, she's downstairs reading. She reads, but she for some reason watching TV. She don't like read. Whatever. I don't care. But
what?
Yeah.
It's so what?
Yeah.
It's so easy. You're just it's no different than if you're watching something and you just turn on subtitles because some people like subtitles even though it's in English.
Yep.
What's the difference? The only thing is the voice is in Japanese, but you still understand because
I think that's what psychs them out. It's psychological. All the stuff, but see, that's all I watch. All I watch is a lot of Asian movies, particularly Korean, and I'm not watching that in sub. Hey, John, what are you gonna do with that biscuit? They just throw the extra words in there. It just makes it too damn cheesy.
It just doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It doesn't. The audio does not match the visuals at all. So, all right, well, that's great stuff with the breaking news. Let's shout out this chat real quick, man, because they've been real patient and they've been real nice to us so far. They haven't cursed us out of our names yet. But we got the Ray the gaming cyborg. What I call you the other day, Ray, the human cyborg? Where'd I get that? Did I get that from Anthony? I think I did. Patiently waiting with Ron Slusher. We got Ninja Guy X up in here. Ray still was patiently waiting. It's funny. Geek to Sneak in the house. Dustin Aran. Hey, Dustin Aran. I love my brother Dustin Aran because he's really a gamer. And he always means well. And sometimes I get on his case, Dustin, stop apologizing. It's part, he said, what you say is part of the Southern charm, right? He's just a polite guy. He's a real nice and polite guy. And he just wants everybody to just enjoy what they enjoy. But brother, you should have broke the internet today with that thread that you put out there. And it wasn't because it was about me. It just was spot on, golden. So I want to give a cool. He was talking about just a lot of the FUD and the angst in the community, and I thought it was spot on. If you haven't checked out, if you're not following Dustin, follow him on Twitter. Dustin, put your Twitter link in the chat, and check out that thread, man. Dope, pretty dope thread. We got Windstar in the house. We got Chariot Man in the house. Bulls for life. I'm expecting you to show up for boot camp, brother. When Tommy Rocks gets us together, Tommy Rocks done already told me my gear was trash. So if you're telling me my gear is trash, he gonna tell you your gear is trash too for Division 2. So I'm expecting you at boot camp, brother. Shout out to you, Bulls for life. David Wilson, what's going on, brother? Good to see you again. This is when everybody was telling me no audio. You can't hear him. They're like, what is going on with this guy? What else? Okay, let's go. Let's keep going down. Is Stadia perfect? No, says David Wendell. You know what? I always have a game to play. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but it works.
You guys want to talk about that real quick? I mean, let's talk about that just super quick. I mean, what are your thoughts? I mean, I know there's some angst. I mean, it's the 500-pound gorilla in the room. I said some things earlier today. I can quickly address it and we can get on with the show. But what do you guys think? I mean, I know there's been criticism over the platform. Do you think the recent criticisms are fair? This is a two-pronged question. Do you think that the recent criticisms are fair? One, but two, do they deter you from loving the platform? I'll start with you, Pete.
Okay, repeat that.
I know I was going at like 8,000 miles per hour. There's been recent criticisms over Stadia about the amount of game. You know what's been going on. So, do you think that the criticisms are fair, for one? But for two, do you think that the platform is doomed? I'll put it that way. Do you think it's doomed because of these criticisms?
No, what? No, because like, I don't understand for something that's doomed, why they would still continue to be active on social media, why they would answer questions. Why would they update their, don't mind my yawn, sorry. Why would they update the store UI? Why would they do any of the things they were doing if they knew that the platform was doomed? Why would they continue working? That's unnecessary labor time. That's labor and money and time. That's a complete waste if that was true.
Yep. So I agree with that aspect as well. Ninja Guy X, what you think, brother? You there's been recent criticisms of the platform. Do you think the platform's criticisms are warranted, or they're fair, at the very least fair? Do you think that they're fair? But do you think that the criticisms that have been laid out, do you think that they spell doom for the platform?
Well, not at all, because we just keep seeing some improvement. Like today, we've got like a store upgrade on the platform, for God's sake. Like we got a new game today. We keep getting stuff. Like, it's not like, I don't get the criticism. I think that when, I don't know, like Stadia is not upgrading stuff for like a week or two, then we start seeing these, these zombies appearing. Like, it's dead. I mean, like, yeah. But no, man, like, like, you just have to keep it rolling. I mean, it's the same thing as last year. It's the same thing as when, there hasn't been. It's been slow in January, then we got Extraction, and then people were happy again. It's just like a roller coaster of, emotions. People keep going down and up and down and up. But you just have to not follow that train of thought. You just have to, enjoy the game, play them, and just go with it. And if I wasn't, if I was thinking that it was dead or anything, I'd not even be in this podcast right now, because this is all we talk about, right? So
Yep.
That's my thought on it.
I mean, here's my thoughts on it. I always say you're not wrong for how you feel. It's how you feel. There are endless determinants that factor into how you feel. What you can be wrong about is the picture attempted to be painted based upon how what you feel is determining on how it's expressed. Like, for instance, if I were to just run outside right now and yell, COVID is bad, it's killing people, people are dying left and right and getting sick, and doctors and the government know about it, and I just walk back in my house. If you're not the wiser for whatever reason, because you've been living under a rock, the assumption that you're going to get from that is that doctors and people know about it and they're not doing anything about it, right? That's not the case. Now, I'm not going to get into the politics of the vaccine and the masks. No, that's not what this show is for. But if I were to run out there and say all that along with saying, and wearing your mask and the vaccine and all, that doesn't seem to be working because of that, you know what I mean? Like, if I put everything out on the table, the problem, how it's being addressed, and what I think the end result of it is, okay, that's a full-fledged thought process. Because I'm personally at a point, if you run out of the house and yell like that, I'm just putting earphones in, I'm tuning you out, because I'm beyond that. I already know that about COVID. So why am I going to stop driving or let you interrupt my precious time doing whatever I'm doing when I already know that? That's stage 1 information. I'm at stage 5. What are we going to do about COVID? How does the vaccines work? Does wearing masks work? N95? Do you got to wear double mask? That's where I'm at. You know what I mean? So depending upon wherever you're at, you can listen to whatever is being said anywhere. I don't have a problem with people expressing how they feel. You do what you want to do, however you want to do. It's public platforms, social media platforms, or whatever. I'm just not going to listen to stage 1 information when I'm in stage 5. What I mean by stage 5 is we've been talking since 2020 about Stadia's issues. I've highlighted them on this show. When SG&E closed, there was no bigger proponent that they needed to communicate better. At the end of the year, when 4K 60 was losing its 4K and its 60-ish, Storm and I was talking about that. I had spaces on that. And then even going into this year, we talked about some other communicative things that I still boggle me to this day that aren't being done. And I have recently said, I think maybe even as recent as last episode, that I think that as great as the low charge porting is a great solution, I think that there could be more things compounded on top of that, like subcontracting people to clean up some of these ports for them to be better. So that's where I'm at. So if you run up on me and you're like, oh, stay there, you're yelling on your stage 1 stuff, I'm like, been there, done that. I already know that. I'm in a solution thing, and I hear the solutions that are happening. Do I think they could be tweaked to be better? Yeah, but I have faith in the solutions. Now, you got to determine if you got faith. For those of you that are listening on the other end of this, do you have faith in the solutions? If you do, then great. Continue to pick up the games and enjoy them and play them and just, keep an eye out and see what's going on. If you don't have faith, sure, express that you don't have faith, and maybe you can get the communication that'll help give you faith. But if not, then you got a decision to make. I had a decision to make when it came to Xbox, when I didn't have faith and I wasn't getting the communication that I needed. Y'all saw where that led me to. So just wanted to put that out there that, and I think it was a great question that was put out there in the chat. People should be able to express themselves however they want to express themselves, but that doesn't mean that everybody has to opine. You know, I look at Stadia. This is how I look at Stadia. I look at Stadia as like a futuristic grocery store that just doesn't have all the produce that I may want yet. So even though I like to, my first and foremost place that I want to go to is Stadia grocery store. I might have to go buy a Food Lion or a Giant Eagle, wherever the hell is in your location, to go get my cucumbers or get my Italian dressing or whatever, right? And I understand why they may not have all the produce. They're a small store, trucks don't want to drive everywhere, but I've seen their plan. And I've heard produce retailers talk about there's a bright future for this store. And it's just that once they get these things together, we're good. You flip that over to Stadia. We talked to another dev today, right? Ninja Guy X?
Yeah. We talked with the Clockwork. It's the Elemental Wars 2 developers, Daniel, but I can't remember the name.
Yeah, I know. It always gets us that Clockwork Orange or something like that. We keep mixing it up.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I've talked to the devs. The devs said they say stuff all the time. We're going to get into that later. I've heard the plan. I understand the reasons. I still have faith in the store, even though there are things to be desired that needs to be added. If you don't feel that way, that's fine. You're not wrong for how you feel. It's just sometimes you got to question your methodology of how you move forward based upon how you feel. And if you feel like that you're not getting what you need, you got a decision to make. But that doesn't mean that the people that are happy got to do what you do. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do what they do, and they ain't got to do what you do. I think that's the biggest takeaway from all this stuff. So, just my thoughts. Any other closing thoughts before we move on to the actual news today?
Not on my end.
No. Okay. Cool beans. The chat is killing it today, man. Y'all are, y'all are super social today. We got. Excuse me. Ron said Luna is in a bad spot, but nobody's talking about it. Why the hell is Lost Ark not on Luna? It's published by Amazon.
Because Amazon only did the porting work to bring it over, but the game is originally a Chinese game published by.
No, but I get what Ron is saying, Pete, because New World isn't on there either.
Well, man, I don't care about either, to be honest with you, because both games are garbage, and I'm upset that I spent $40 on. No, listen to me, because I spent $40 on New World, played the game for a month, and haven't touched it in about 3 or 4. And I can't refund it, so that money's gone. Lost Ark is a free-to-play, pay-to-win MMO that's so garbage. It looks like those flashy advertisements that they send you to download a mobile game, except that's the actual graphics. It basically looks like a really flashy mobile game with really, really crappy 3D effects. I realize I'm probably upsetting a lot of people with this, but guys,
we got like 3 listeners now, Pete, because of you. No, I'm just joking.
I'm just saying both games are garbage. And it's a hype because it's an MMO you haven't played before. You're going to get burned out on it. And then what? If you want to go play a nice MMO, go play Final Fantasy XIV Online.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great MMO.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I threw 600 hours into that game.
Like the best MMO.
Yeah, that's the only MMO you need to play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. I mean, here's my thing with Luna. I think in the long term, Luna's gonna kick ass. She's just not kicking ass right now.
In the long term, absolutely.
I mean, and I think a picture was painted that Luna is doing so much more than Stadia. No. I mean, if you take away the what do you call it? the retro channel, which for crying out loud, let's not pretend like a retro channel is what's going to bring the masses to cloud gaming, or is going to change the barometer for cloud gaming. If you look at all the other games, I think Stadia, that Luna, and my numbers could be wrong, I think Luna added like 14, 15 games this year so far. And that whole beta thing doesn't mean anything. You're paying a subscription.
No.
And I think they're out of beta. They just got it region locked to US.
Are they out of beta?
I think they're out. I think when
well,
I looked at the press release,
they are out of beta. Yeah, but the thing is you might as well be in beta if you're still only in the US.
But the way the term beta is being used nowadays, it's so loose.
Oh, it's a shield. Correction.
Yeah, exactly. It's a shield. Well, but again,
Fortnite's eternally in beta. It never.
That is right.
Beta.
Yeah, it is true.
It literally is still in beta.
Save the World is still in beta, isn't it?
Yeah,
come on. Like, we got it.
Fortnite is still as big as it is. It's still in beta, dude. It just isn't ever going to leave beta. Apparently. You're talking to
an old school gamer here, where I know what betas are. Betas are.
I'm an old school gamer too, and it bothers me that Fortnite just stays in beta.
I forgot all that. Yeah, Save the World is like still in beta. That's freaking crazy. Yeah.
It's a full game. What the?
No,
it's completed.
It's a full blown game that gets.
It's crazy.
Update, and it's still in beta.
Some of you guys get hit over the head with a cash register when you fall for some of these loosely used terms. It's a beta, so even though I'm taking your money every month, it really doesn't matter. It's ghost money. It ain't ghost money. If it's leaving my wallet, it's not ghost money. But the thing with Luna now is that it's just not there yet. And why isn't Lost Ark? Even though they're publishing a game, they have the power to put it there. If they wanted to, Lost Ark and New World ain't there because it's a low ceiling business. You know what I'm saying? It's a low ceiling business. Low ceiling businesses aren't going to take games and publishing and development that took hundreds of millions of dollars to conceive and put them in a 1 to 3% business model. They're not doing it. So it's not just Stadia that isn't walking exactly in the footsteps of Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. Luna's not doing it either. Luna's not putting their own games in their subscriptions, and it makes sense. I mean, a lot of people may look at it and be like, but it makes sense because they want their full $40 that got Pete mad, that got Pete busting stuff up against his wall. Pete wouldn't be mad if he only had to pay $5.99. He would have tried it out and said, this is trash. I'm going about my business. But it took them hundreds of millions of dollars to put this together and to market. They want their full 40.
I'm curious to find out how much GFN is paying to get these games.
I don't think they are. I think it's just that the porting process is that nothing.
Well, the porting process basically is nothing. It's getting permission because it's not. I'm
not saying it ain't good. I'm just saying it does. It's not time consuming.
I know that. It's not time consuming because NVIDIA is not cloud. It's cloud based, but it isn't cloud. It's literally like people are like, oh my God, this game's on GFN. Okay, cool. It's a PC just like Shadow is. If it doesn't have a game, that's an issue. Because it's a PC. It's not like Stadia where it is straight up built.
Yeah. The thing is, like, GFN should have all games. But they're restricting us, right?
GFN should have all games. GFN shouldn't be losing deals with publishers like 2K and Rockstar and then not having any of their games, period. Which, by the way, that's why they're not on there because 2K pulled out of them. And a few others. Yeah.
Yep.
So that sucks for them.
Yep. Avery Bubba, that's a good. Warframe is also a beta. From my take, it allows developers to fly
Warframe is
loose.
Still in beta?
Yeah, that's
correct.
Yeah.
What?
Come on. This is it's You guys can't fall for the okie doke when it comes to
a whole new
stuff.
expansion.
Exactly.
They just released a whole new expansion. And you're gonna tell me ain't no way that game is still in beta.
If I'm paying, if I gotta pay, and it's particularly if I'm paying a subscription.
Oh, you're not. That's the thing. For beta, Warframe is free. There is.
Oh no, I'm talking about as far as Amazon is concerned. But this is But the cosmetics ain't free. The cosmetics ain't free, and what's it called? You know what I mean? So
no, it's called Fashion Frame for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
That's its nickname. It's not even Warframe. It's just let's play Fashion Frame. It's like dress up, but with alien ninjas.
Yep. So, I mean, Stadia's going through a lull right now. I mean, is 18 or 19 as of today? 19 games a lot for a year? No. Like I said, if you do the math, Amazon, if you take away that retro channel, I think there's like 15 games that they came out with. If you look at Xbox, I think Xbox has 18 as well. If you look at xCloud released 18 games as well. Nobody, GFN is a service. It's like a conduit service. Their job is to work on getting as many games from the conduit services that they're attached to, which is Steam and Epic and GOG, on there as much as possible. Now, they're putting a lot of games out there, but they're far and few between, close. Far from being close to getting the amount of games, particularly on Steam, all the games that are Steam on there. So, they all got work to do. And up until God of War was released, you go look at GFN's games, and most of them were quote unquote filler as well. People were. Every time GFN posted something, or you go on that damn Reddit, people were complaining too. You know what I mean? So it just the activities on the cloud, in comparison to what they're trying to mimic, are minuscule. What GFN is doing is minuscule to what's happening on PC. With Stadia, Amazon, and even Xbox Cloud, they have a console. What they're doing is minuscule to the plug and play market. It's a 1% to 3% business. And there's going to be laws. There's going to be times where Stadia does have 40 something games and everybody else only has 15. There's going to be times where it's reversed. But these are the early years. So again, do you trust that Stadia has identified their problem and that they're working on it effectively? If you do trust it, then just pick up and play your games. If you don't trust it, then okay, go ahead, voice your opinions. But at some point in time, because we're going into year 3 now, and we're seeing some of the same picket signs. If whatever your concern isn't being attended to, you got a decision to make. So. All right. Enough about that, and the chat's all riled up. Enough about that, Bell. Let's get on to the news.
I'm not sorry.
We don't try to be controversial here, I promise.
I try not to be, but I'm not even being controversial. We're not. I'm just being honest, just like people are honest about Stadia. I'm being honest about every other platform because it's true. Y'all act like I only play on Stadia, and that is so horribly wrong.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it definitely is for Pete. Yeah, and again, I want to clarify, because I think I may have turned some of the followers off with my comment earlier. And again, it wasn't addressing anybody's opinion. What it was is, please, because I've had dozens, literally, on multiple people that I didn't even know. I forgot. I'm sorry that you guys were even still around, asking me, well, what's up with this and what's up? I report on Stadia's news per what Google and developers and facts tell me. I don't follow what other people on Twitter. It's not my. I haven't taken the responsibility of following what other people on Twitter do, because that's not where I feel like I can get my facts from. I get my facts from Google. I can get my facts from devs. I can get my facts from reports that are substantiated, right? So if we all are privy to the same information and I'm talking about it this way and someone else is talking about it that way, just do me a favor. Take what I'm saying and bump it up against the facts. If what I'm saying is factually sound, scratch my name off the list and go to the next person until you go to that person, and then you can ask them, well, hold on. These are all the facts. Why did you say that? What I'm trying to say is I can't answer for why people see what I see, but bring it up in a different way. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is say what I'm telling you is a full breadth affiliation to the facts. If you got a question about why other people feel a certain way, you can ask those people on Twitter or Facebook or wherever the hell they're at. You know what I mean? I can only follow the information from Google. That's the only responsibility that I'm taking, is following the information from Google, following the information from devs, following the information from substantiated facts, and passing that along to people that are interested. That's all I can do. So, all right. That said, let's get on to our topics. Their features in UI, Made Pro, and dev lessons. Let's first start with the features and UI. All right, so folks, House of the Dead.
Don't get me started on that.
House of the Dead.
I mean,
boy.
I don't have anything bad to say about it because I did check in on a few things, but people are not happy.
Yeah. Well,
which I understand. I'm not saying people don't have a right to not be angry, because I'm a little bit disappointed, but then again, I don't buy games based off nostalgia for missing the old days.
Mm-hmm.
I sit there and I wait, and I feel like I don't want to waste my money on a game that I'm probably not going to enjoy because it's happened enough for me to start paying attention.
Wait, Peter, take a step back. So why people are angry at this?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have gyro support as it should. So they're angry, and I get it. But it's like they're angry because they bought a game based off a feeling of nostalgia, not because the game is good. They bought it because it reminds them of the old days. It's the same thing with wanting Sonic to come to Stadia, even though it's bad because they're blocking content behind different versions, but they still want the game anyway because it's Sonic, regardless of the problems the game has. Should it have gyro support? Absolutely. That would be awesome. Do I want to go buy a light gun? No, because I'm not even sure it works with Stadia. But I mean, I could just play on my PC, I guess, but I still don't want to get a light gun because I have too much going on over here. But yeah, it's just I get why people are upset, and people have every right to be upset, but it's kind of out of control with some people, I guess. Yeah, it's I get it. I really do. It's just
I think it's
frustrating.
Yeah, I get it. Again, it's a slow period. Like Ninja Gaik said, the Stadia's dead zombies come out, and every little thing will trip them off. And I kind of feel, let me get Ninja Gaik's thoughts on this. I kind of feel that there was a ball dropped in communication.
100%.
Like in the description, like we know how this community is. Fool me once, shame on you, right? But we've been over this 1,000 times. Is somebody checking the descriptions on these games? I remember getting into a conversation with somebody. I'm like, look, it's not part of the validation process, but at some point in time, I mean, it's not like a whole bunch of games are coming out all at once. So can someone check the description on these games and just confirm, oh, okay, just have a conversation and say, hey guys, I'm just curious where you're at with the gyro, because we know a lot of people are going to be looking for that, being that it's it's not there. Okay, let's put something out. Gyro is going to be, worked on at a later time. We'll keep you posted. Something like that. You know what I mean? Opposed to nobody knowing anything. And I get that this is normally a dev thing, but when you still get caught with the strays, you know what I mean? You don't just sit there and say, oh, look, when you see a gun being pulled out, you don't sit there and say, oh, well, they're pointing it at somebody over there. No, your ass is still running. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to get caught by a stray. So I think we're at a point now to where while the volume is low, at least, and you got some good games like, you know, this. I played House, and I'll get into that later after I let Ninja Guy X and I finally shut the hell up. But I played it. But while these games are small, just have a rep check the description and just make sure there's no red flags, right? You know, I mean, but what do you think about this, Ninja Guy X? Do you think somebody dropped the ball in communication, or this is a nothing burger? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, first of all, you're right. Like people, like as soon as they saw that description, everyone like got on their tippy toe and they're like, "Oh boy, it's it's not gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Watch it. It's not gonna happen." Yeah. You know, like, and then it doesn't happen, and like I told you so. And like, but it's just like these are just generic description, and you're right. Like, I mean, they should double check and make sure that these description make sense. We've seen this with World War Z with the crossplay, right? And definitely if there would be like maybe a extra layer of QA for the descriptions at least, that'd be cool. Like you kind of wonder, right? Like just a regular Joe like me read it and figure, like, notice it right away. So I wonder like how the process works with Stadia. Like don't they have like someone, like an expert, like which can just give it a look and make sure that it's fine?
And I know this is going to sound smug, but I think you're on to something.
Don't you do it, MM.
No, I mean this in the most sincere and positive way. That is, for those that are not aware, that's a position for a relationship manager. So my question, you know what I mean? Like, so my question is, are there relationship managers assigned to games? A relationship manager to where, like for instance, okay, I can't talk too much about what I do, but we have our tech people that deal with the tech. We have our coders that code stuff. And then we have what I started off as a relationship manager, to where it was my job to just balance things and make sure things were. I was kind of like a double checker, a tire kicker. You know what I mean? I'm the guy that you would talk to on the phone. I'm the guy that would have the conversation with you, have the communication skills and all other stuff. I'm the person that you would complain to just about the social aspect of the whole transaction, right? Man, I was talking to your tech guy last week, and damn, is he's as stiff as a doorknob. That's a relationship manager. So I'm just curious, a relationship manager for transactions like this is more in tune to the social aspects of a game launching. And so they would look at the game's description and they would say, oh, there's gyro features here. We know how this community is. Let's ensure that they're there, right? So Ninja Guy X, I think you're on to something, and they very well could be. And it's just that the relationship manager missed it on this one. But I'm just throwing that out there. I'm curious as well. Is there a relationship manager assigned at that level to games? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To just talk about the sociables.
And maybe like it's an employee that has multiple hats in the company, and maybe he didn't have time, to do these kind of things. Like, so, and I mean, Google is hiring a lot of people. So like there must be like some missing hats for sure at the moment, and they're growing, and we'll be seeing these improvements at some point. We gotta also keep in mind that, like, you guys think that it only happens with Stadia, but the thing is, it happens with every platform. It's just that we don't keep up to date as much with them.
Exactly.
There's so many bugs on release, achievements not working, bad translations and stuff like that. It's just that we don't notice them as much because we're not invested in these type of things. Stadia, the community is very vocal, and whenever something happens, it's right there in front of us on Twitter and stuff like that. So it's also something to consider. Now, do I think that they'll remove that? That's a good question because they did remove it for World War Z, but I think that World War Z was a bigger statement. Even if they keep gyro in that, I say gyro. I don't know how you spell that, but how you pronounce it. But, okay, but yeah, I always say gyro. Anyway, if they keep it there, it's fine. Like it's not. I don't feel like it's as much of a big deal. People will know that it doesn't exist, and hopefully we'll still see it at some point because we did get some hint that it might appear at some point. So we'll see.
I'm going to put up Ron Slusher's comment again. He says House of the Dead is awesome on Stadia without the gyro. I agree. I played it.
Nice. And he has like that gyro emoji.
I didn't awesome. Yeah, I don't need it. I played it. Yeah, I like it. I like that emoji too. Yeah, I don't. I had a blast, and if I could have played it more, if I didn't have to get the notes out to the panel, I'd still be playing it. I had a lot of fun. I mean,
nice.
It's not.
I love
sticky.
arcade games.
Yeah, it's good. Good. The triggers felt good. I was using the triggers, and all it is like the triggers and moving around either the left stick or the right stick, whatever you want. It was nice and loose, but they got a lot of options where you can make it looser if you want to, or tighten up the y-axis or the x-axis. And it felt good to me. I mean, I had fun. Now I imagine playing on the phone was kind of messed up if you're playing on a phone with the touch controls. Because here's what I did, y'all. I thought the way that the gyro would work is that you had to hook up your Stadia controller to your phone and do it that way. So I tried it that way. That didn't work. Then I used my phone separately as a controller. That didn't work. And then I looked through all the options and I couldn't find anything. But as I was using the phone, I mean, the phone responses were great, but the buttons are so damn small that, I wasn't always hitting the gun button when I wanted to. So I get that if you were playing on a phone fully, it might be an issue. But if you're playing it, and that's where, again, if you get those gyro controls, that would make it awesome. But if you got a controller or something, you got some type of gamepad that you can attach to your phone, like a Razer Kishi or something. Oh, you'll have a blast. You'll have a blast. Very fun. You don't need the gyro. Gyro will make it even better, but you don't need it, like Ron Slusher said. Sean L puts up something very important here too. He says the issue was Stadia never said gyro control. It was the standard ad. Yeah, and you are right. I checked. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Who was going to say something?
I just said exactly. It's
okay.
True.
Yep. I checked the press release, Sean L. And again, breaking news, in case people didn't realize it. I did check the press release, and Sean L is 1,000% right. So some of us may have jumped the gun because we saw the ad there, but then again, that goes to the whole, so you have a relationship manager or client contact or something like that that's overlooking these descriptions, and it could have just been that the developer or whoever just copy and pasted it all there. And I think what compounded this as well, and this is where we sometimes got to be careful too. Like when we were looking at APK breakdowns, we saw that there were gyro controls in there, right? So now House of the Dead comes, it says gyro controls. I mean, we're not the wiser, but this is where we want to make sure that there's an official statement from Stadia, something in the press or something that says, yes, check out the gyro, because normally when Stadia rolls out a feature, they talk about that new feature individually and they tell you how to use it. So we got none of that here. So it was kind of different that we kind of expected to hear when we heard nothing of it. But Sean L is 1,000% right. It wasn't in the press release at all. Let's move on to the next thing. Any other thoughts on this before we move on?
No.
Still great game, still fun. You don't need the gyro controls. If and when or whatever because I think they might still come, because I can't imagine why Stadia has gyro controls in the APK. I think it's coming. but just wasn't available at launch. Possibly, don't quote me on that. But if it does come, it's going to make it even better. But you don't need them to enjoy it. I had a lot of fun with the game. All right, so the next item on the docket is, let's see, all I got to do is stay on StadiaDosage.com and go here. And Stadia is rolling out a new UI, a new store UI.
Yeah.
Comes courtesy of Scooterama. Scooterama says Stadia UI for the store. Detail pages have been renewed and unique URL had been added. And he gave us MotoGP, but it's not going to work here because it hasn't rolled out to me yet. So there goes like a snippet of one. It did for you.
Yeah, it's the UIs when it probably did roll out for you. The UIs when you go to like buy a game.
Yeah, it didn't. When I went to go get House of the Dead, I didn't see it.
Oh, well, yeah. It worked for me.
Oh, for real? That's
wow. Yeah. It looks very nice. I like it.
Yeah, it looks real sleek. Let's see if we can get another one. Is there another? Here goes. This is my little video on it. My little 60-second video. You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Here it goes. Nah. You guys need to watch that separately. What's up? Yeah, but no, looks very sleek. I like it. What are your guys' thoughts? I guess we'll start with you, Pete. What are your thoughts on the new UI?
I like it. It's very, very, very sleek. Very sleek. And if the game has a free trial, a time limit trial or whatever, it does tell you. That's also on the page that that there's a trial available along with it, along with the buy option, the price for it, etc. So honestly, I very much like it.
Cool. Ninja Guy X, what are your thoughts on it? Did you get to see the shots? And if you did, what do you think about it?
I actually wasn't able to not too long ago, but I'm trying right now and I'm seeing it, and it's pretty cool. So, is the new UI only for when you click a game, or
it's when you're in the store and you're gonna like look at a game? Yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
I talked to someone in the back, and he told me that I'm supposed to see something in the homepage, but I'll have to report something to him that it doesn't work. Yeah, but anyway, no, it looks cool. I like it way better. I guess some things that I can say is I wish that you could still expand the pictures, and now you can't really click on them and expand them.
Yeah, that I wish you could do.
Yeah, but other than that, I really like the way it looks. It's really slick, for sure.
Cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. Try it out. When I went and purchased, what's it called? Again, I couldn't see it, but again, it just shows you with the feature. I mean, even though we don't see the gyro or ours pronounced features yet, gyro or hero, we don't see them yet. They were in the APK, so I think that you're going to see that come out at some point in time. We're seeing a new UI. Got a new game released today. I mean, I think it's safe to say that as things are slow as they were in 2020, and I get the concern, I get the angst. But let's try something different. Let's play these games. let's not worry so much about the subcontext of every single thing that happens and try to equate it to doom and gloom. Let's play these games. I've had so much. There's nothing you guys can do that can kill my high for Division 2, getting into World War Z, all that other stuff, because even as a content creator, I have said I am done going back and forth over games and not actually playing them. When I put my focus on playing the games again, I said, this is what it's about. Like not just gibbering, jabbering back and forth. So 24/7 instead of playing the game. So let's give that a shot. Let's try playing the games. Let's try attacking our backlog and let's try having some fun. Okay. Let me see. What else do we have here? Oh, I think that's it. Go ahead.
No, sorry.
Don't make fun of my noises.
So I'm gonna put a link on Twitter.
Cool.
M2K, and can you click on? So can you open the incognito tab and open that link? If
now, did you put it on Twitter?
Oh yeah, but it failed to send. Wait, give me a sec.
There we go.
Yep. And open an incognito tab and
you know what? I don't think it's gonna. Let me see. It might not work still. How do I do the incognito?
Oh wait, are you
private
on
window?
Chrome?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, okay. I'm on Firefox. I'm using Firefox to power this. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No, never mind. So when
no, but it still works. Oh.
Show me.
That's my new. Okay, and it didn't. What the hell? Oh, that's why I didn't. Christ.
I'm making things complicated. I'm sorry.
No, you. Oh, I see what it did.
It just did a new tab,
God
right?
Damn you!
Oh, is that I don't think that.
Damn it! No, yeah, you got to do it. You got to do an incognito tab.
Okay, that's fine. But I think that there's a new UI for the people that are not signed with Google. So you can now have a list of all of the. Let me send a screenshot. It'll make your life easier.
I'm gonna switch this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch this.
The whole switcheroo.
There we go. Now it's on the screen. There we go.
Is it?
Yeah, it's there now, and it shows all the games.
Yeah. So all of the trials.
That's
now can
dope.
be clicked, and you don't even need an account. You can just click on it, I think, and it works. Crazy.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That is. Let me try Axel City Racer. See what I shouldn't be able to. But this is. I'm not going to be able to play this.
Okay.
Oh no! It says, but no, I'm not going to be able to play it. I'm still not going to.
Okay.
Look at that. That's dope. I like that. Look at that.
Yeah, so all the trials are there. I think you still need to log into your email just so they know, that you've given the trial a try.
Exactly.
But it's going to be cool, man. We can advertise this and say hey man, you want to try it? And, just give them this page and that's it.
Yep. When we talked to Daniel earlier, you had left at this time, Ninja Guy X, but
yeah, we guys did talk about trials, right? I
John asked him, did he had a click to play link?
I did. I can grab a click to play.
Can you?
I think. Wait, what do you like?
Or the click to play, and this is what I discovered about the click to play link. I won't say the developer that I talked to, but I talked to a developer behind the scenes. And see, this is all you guys got to do. A lot of this hysteria that's being drummed up couldn't be solved if you just go talk to a developer. 9 times out of 10, they may talk to you as long as they know you're not going to be a jackass and then go, guess what? So-and-so talked to me. This is what he said in private. As long as you don't do that, they'll talk to you. So I talked to a developer behind the scenes, and they said that they hadn't had the click to play links rolled out to them either. Now this was last year. And I'm like, you guys didn't get clicked to, and I explained it to them. And I said, maybe you should apply and see if you can get click to play links, because you could put them in your tweets and all other stuff. And what'll happen is, as soon as somebody plays the short click to play link, it'll go directly to the game and da da da. You know what I mean? And I think at the time the click to play links weren't rolled out, but Stadia put out a communication. Remember at the beginning of the year where they were saying that Acapulco Games and somebody else had got access to click to play links. So they got to be assigned, but I think the problem is a lot of developers don't know about them. So
just, when you say click, is it what I just sent?
Did you put it in DM?
Not really. Well, the thing is, these links are generated for the developers specifically, and when we click on them, they kind of have I think they
with
have like a
linked to. Oh,
like they get
like
some kind of incentive if you click and buy the game with that
Yeah,
specific link, if I'm not
exactly. Yeah.
mistaken.
oh,
Yeah.
gotcha,
Yep.
gotcha, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's specifically
Mm-hmm.
them.
Yeah. Well, it's for them. It's something that they have to spearhead, though. So they have to take that click to play link and they post it. It's just not randomly generated for anybody that wants to share the game. That would be dope. At some point in time, I imagine it'll be like that. I mean, how would that not benefit somebody? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna say, if I made a game, I'm not gonna say, hey, how dare you share my game out and give me more money? No, I'm not gonna do that. But right now, I think Stadia's trying to control it. So maybe they're doing a slow rollout of that too now. I don't know, but they have to be assigned out. But yeah, I think it's this is cool. This is great stuff. And what it does is it reminds me when I was having conversations with people and they're like, this thing doesn't work, it sucks. And I just threw them the Destiny 2 link. And I was like, and there was no strings attached, similar to this. And they started playing the game. Oh yeah, this is dope. Yeah, this technology is amazing. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like you can't, once you gotta play it, you can't deny it. So this is great for that cause. All right, that's cool. I think we could take that one off the docket right now. We could talk about May Pro. This is going to be a short one.
Ooh, I'm super excited for this one, actually.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So for May Pro, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I have the press release. You guys have access to it. I'm not going to put it on air. I think John ever, I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble.
John has posted the press release.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to do it. And
yeah.
This was
like he explained, the press release, he's allowed to show unless it says that there's a NDA or something in the press, like right at the beginning. Okay. So yeah, you're fine. You can definitely show that up.
Gotcha. All right. So looking at the press release, this is what they have to say about the pro games. This is final title being added to the pro library of games on May 1st is Kazi and the Wild Masks from Sodesco, a 90s style adventure platformer. Kazi joins Outriders, Paw Patrol, the movie, Adventure City Calls, and the launch of Lamote, and the Master Moat Chronicles in Stadia Pro on May 1st. Plus, this Thursday, Forever Entertainment is launching the House of the Dead remake on new platforms, including Stadia. See, this is where, like Sean L. said, they don't mention gyro or gyro controls. So, I'll start with you, Pete. Like, what are your overall thoughts about the 4 games? We got Kazi and the Wild Mask, Lamote, Outriders, and Adventure City Calls, Paw Patrol. What are your thoughts?
So, overall, like, thoughts on, like, no, actually, we'll do it. So, personally, dude, I think it's actually not bad, especially getting Outriders, which I would like to remind our lovely viewers that a lot of other people have been begging for a AAA game to hit pro. And Outriders is going to be the one to do that, which is nice. I'm excited for Outriders. I am definitely looking at Lumo because I will confess I like games with pretty colors.
Yeah.
And Lumo looks very colorful. But yeah, so overall, it's not bad. I probably am gonna pick up Ryan's Racers specifically. And Kaze, actually, I have been wanting. I just didn't want it. It's like $15 or something. At the time, but I'm glad that's coming up because I am going to probably obsessive over once I learn how fast I can act. So overall, like out of 10, like 8 out of 10. I'll say 8 out of 10.
Cool. What about
Also,
you, Ninja Guy X? What do you give it?
Yeah, so I mean, it's cool. The thing is that I already own two of those games. I own Kaze and Outriders. I played the heck out of Kaze. Like it, oh, I loved it so much. It's so much of a throwback to the Donkey Kong Country games. And you know, when I started playing it, like I was already familiar with, you know, like how familiar I was and stuff. And that's why so right now I'm like number one on every leaderboards of the game, and I really hope that this brings some new players and they can beat my high scores because I would like to play again and, you know, try to beat more high scores because the time trials are really fun. But anyway, yeah. Then Outriders, it's very good news. We love getting AAA games on the system. As we mentioned last week, it's been 2 months that we've got AAA games in a row. Hopefully, the streaks continue because yeah, it's really good for the platform. Lumos, I've been looking forward to it for a while. You know, between Lumon and Dawn of the Monsters, there hasn't been too much games that I was interested in.
Yeah.
But now that it's coming out, like I'm super excited and definitely gonna give it a try day one and probably gonna stream it also. It's, you know, good game. And then yeah, Adventure City Calls is a good game for kids. So I'm actually gonna give it a 9 out of 10 because it's a solid one. The only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is because usually they've put more games before. They've put like 5 to 6 games before. So I mean that it would have been perfect.
yeah, but to be fair, did they not only promise like at a minimum like 2 games?
Oh, they did. I didn't know
So
that.
I mean, if it's anything more 2 games, I'm honestly content with
Yeah.
it. Also,
Mhm.
real quick,
Yep.
uh, can you, since you're sharing your screen, can you your DMs and play because I want to show just how
I
smooth.
see it. I got you.
Yeah,
I got you, good brother.
because
Ooh, I got you.
it's nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I was playing this while we were talking, by the way.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just so
Hey guys,
Yeah.
I got to step away for just 2 minutes, so I'll be right back. If y'all want to talk about the games, I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So Peter distracting us with videos in the back there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cool. No, I was watching it and then MM2K was like, yeah, what about you? And Ninja Guy, I'm like, oh crap. I'm distracted. So yeah, Peter sent us a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot video and it's so pretty.
It's
so
so
nice.
pretty. I
Yeah.
wish. Okay, we'll do that when he gets back.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, dude, I'm actually this pro week isn't bad. It's not bad. I don't
Yeah.
think it's that bad.
No.
Because like the only thing that concerns me about it is Outriders is going pro, and I wonder if that's the reason that Stadia is not getting the pre-order option for Slayer. Because if you pre-order, you get a discount, but
Oh.
that would be kind of unfair for the game to be hitting pro and then getting a discount for ordering World Slayer if you're already getting game basically subscription.
Yeah, that makes sense. And
Now that I think of it.
yeah, I wonder how xCloud is going to handle that. So, because right now you can play that one with the subscription also, right?
I
It's probably still there. I don't know, like,
I don't
but
actually know.
yeah, but the disadvantage with them is that like whenever the contract is done, and if they bought the DLC, then they'll have to buy the game and continue playing. So I can see like Stadia having a better advantage in terms of getting it on Pro for sure.
Oh, Outriders is on xCloud.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's like, yeah, I feel like Stadia would have the advantage purely because you don't have to concern yourself with the game rotating out completely.
Yeah,
Always going to
exactly.
be there regardless. Not like I'd be personally upset if sure you can play it on xCloud because you don't have to pay anything except the sub to xCloud and these games. That's cool. But what if you buy the DLC and the only way you can access it is on xCloud, and then for whatever reason the game isn't there anymore?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing with xCloud, right? Like they treat it as like a trial kind of thing, and it sucks because I remember this one time I was seeing the list of leaving soon, like so I was like, oh yeah, crosscode, that looks cool. So I gave it a try, and I really enjoyed it. But then it's like I don't know, like a 16-hour game, and I didn't have the time to complete it before it left. So it just left me in frustration, and I'm just happy that this doesn't happen with Stadia.
I know
What
that's
game
such
is that?
It was just crosscode, but any game that leave Xbox xCloud is unfortunate, right? Because if you're playing it, it's just like, oh, what do you do now? You have to buy the game. So sometimes xCloud do feels like a trial subscription.
More trial. Yeah, where you really building to your catalog. I mean, granted, you got to still pay into the subscription service, but you feel like you're building a catalog and not trying. And again, I know like Geek the Sneakers in there. He's about to leave. He's about to leave the members community. He's like, I'm tired of you because I like Game Pass. It's not that I don't think it has any value. I want to build. You know what I mean? That's what I want to do. Yeah. I don't want to build. I don't want to try. I want to build. I want to be able to know that, oh crap, let me claim this game. Oh man, good. I got Kazi. So when I get done with Division 2, slow time, I'm gonna go back to that. I don't want to have to say to myself, oh man, I gotta pay this, I gotta play this before July. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. So that's why I prefer the model. I prefer in Xbox Live, Gold, PS Plus, and Stadia Pro. I prefer that model. So
nice.
Right. Okay, cool. So I think we can segue to our last part, and that is hold on one second. Oh, crap. Let me do this.
I like that last part.
Yeah.
Because we talk about it.
We're gonna wrap it all up in a bow. But no, I didn't tell you, Ninja Guy X. I'm pretty much turning this one over to you because.
Oh no.
I mean, because look, you got the most experience, and me and Pete will chime in, but. I mean, you see it in the notes. We talk about what the developers have been saying here. Let me go back here so everybody can see that topic. I want to talk about the dev lessons from that we learned from the devs, and so Ninja Guys, can you give us how can I say? Can you give us just some of the key things in the series of interviews that you guys have been doing on Stadium Connect North? And I've been privy to a lot of them. Yep. Can you just give people an understanding of some of the common themes that you're hearing from these devs as it relates to Stadia?
Definitely. So me and John, we're pretty addicted to interviewing dev. Like we just like push. Like we just keep asking these devs, and they come on. It's really awesome. Yeah. What's crazy about all of these devs is when we talk about, you worry about Stadia, and none of them think that. It's crazy. Like they really believe in the platform. And they're just wondering, like, where does these people come from? Like, yes. why do you think that? And it's crazy, man. Like, what's really nice also is that they also tells us stuff like outside of the interview, like stuff sometimes that they should probably not tell us, But oh man, like it's Stadia is growing, and like they tell us about the new tools that they can use and how, like more efficient than it was 2 years ago. They just tell us always about improvement and about how well it's doing. And like I mentioned, sometimes we don't even ask them, and they're like, like Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how good it's doing. So, like, none of these devs ever told us that they don't believe in the platform. Some of them are like not aware exactly where Stadia is at. They they just get asked to port the game. They port it and that's it. But the people who did their research, they definitely know that Stadia is here to stay. And even one dev that we interviewed, Evan from Outbreak, the Outbreak dev, he did. Yeah. I knew you were gonna say something. But yeah, his games are not even on Stadia yet. He's like pushing Stadia to make it happen. It's not in the bag yet, but it's crazy. Like he did some research and he's so like excited to get these games like on Stadia if he can. And it's crazy how these dev does their research, because that's all you have to do. Do some research. Do some research about not about what the community think, but do some research about what Stadia has done. Like what are the devs' current situation, and that's the kind of research that these devs do. They don't look at us and there's even people like Evan, for example. There's even people who DM him saying like, yeah, it's not worth porting on Stadia, like the platform is dead and stuff. Like, did he listen to them? No, because he knows that by doing his own research that it's not the case, obviously. But oh man, no, so much stuff to learn. I could talk about it for days. It's just amazing, and that's why we're so addicting in doing these dev interview, because every single person has something new to tell us. Exactly. And it's crazy.
Yep. Like even today with the developer again of Elemental Wars 2, I got to do what you do. Can I keep forgetting the studio? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Daniel. I'm so sorry. But even talking to him, we learned in his experience that Stadia was the most responsive to him. Like we had somebody in the chat ask, like, what are the roadblocks? And I remember watching that thinking that the community has been so drummed up on this FUD. Stadia's doing something wrong. Like you'll even see tweets, oh, what did Stadia do this time? There was something that happened with a particular developer. And it's something, and it wasn't Stadia's fault. It's just something that the developer didn't have in their plans. Jack talks about it in the on StadiaDosage.com and in his article about Outright Games. It's just Outright didn't have it in their plans, and it makes sense why they don't have it in their plans, because monetarily, when we talked to Evan, right, Ninja Guy X, he said, "Look, we can talk this artsy dartsy crap all we want. It's about the money. It's just about keeping the lights on. You know what I mean? Yep. So if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. And the fact of the matter is I said it earlier this week, we're a peculiar few. We're leaders. We jumped on this boat first. And we got to understand that even though there's some cool amenities that'll keep us entertained now, there are some things with coming early that it's like a trade-off. There's some things that we may not get for being on this boat early, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately being first, it's going to pay off for us. But the DLC from Outright Games isn't part of their business plan. It's not something Stadia did. In addition to that, he also told us that, not just him, but other developers have echoed the same sentiments that Ninja Guy X said. They don't understand why there is this group that's just so hell-bent on destruction and smolders and smoldering lava coming from the people on the front lines are telling you it's wrong. Stadia has acknowledged, we kind of messed up a little bit at the beginning, and we're fixing that. You know what I'm saying? They told you to watch what they do, not what they say. I mean, not what's being said about them. Watch what they do, not what's being said about them. Okay. So they're aware of it. They have an action plan. The action plan is rolling out. And now to solidify it, the devs, even devs like Evan, that have no need to lie to us because Evan is very transparent. His game isn't on there, and he hasn't guaranteed us that the game is going to be on there, are telling us this stuff. So with all that said, I'm gonna turn it over to Pete. Pete, I know you haven't like really caught up with all these interviews, but I know you've seen some of the things that we got in the notes that all the devs have been saying, all of this stuff. What are your thoughts that despite us being here before in 2020, and then everybody's saying, oh, 2020 is fantastic by the end of the year, despite Stadia acknowledging the problem and actively rolling out a plan, and despite the devs speaking heavily to the contrary to rumors, why is there still so much FUD? Start with you, Pete.
Because it's okay. I want to say the simple answer is that people have this weird habit of expecting things to be done at a certain pace or expect all this grandstanding to happen. And you know what? I was actually just DMing someone on Twitter yesterday, and I was letting them know, I was like, hey, I'm not trying to like get on you or anything, but it's not required for any company to tell you anything other than, hey, we're still working on the platform, or hey, we're shutting down, whatever they have to tell you. But they don't have to tell you anything outside of that. They don't have to, they're not required. It's just something people got used to. Yeah. I guess because they want to have something to look forward to, which I totally get. But you shouldn't be disappointed just because you don't hear anything. And just because you don't hear anything doesn't mean that anything's not happening.
Yep.
Because, as I say all the time, nobody knows. And I get why that's a scary feeling. But the thing is you don't know. So what are you worrying over, and why are you making assumptions because you have nothing to base it on?
Yep.
So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
What do you think, Ninja Gags? Why do you think that people, despite all that we just went over, Stadia acknowledging it, rollout, we're seeing the tools actually being utilized. They're giving us games, and people are like, oh, that's great. You know, Five Nights at Freddy's is coming because of this. Oh, it's not even on Xbox. We see things starting to develop, even though it may not be at an ultra pace, but we're starting to see things develop, which means that they are working on it. Things are coming. They're improving. Why do you think still that there's so much fun?
Yeah, it's all about, first, it's all about the community, the people who put negative thoughts on a platform definitely shines more than the positiveness, because I don't know, like people seem to understand it more for some reason. But the only other reason, I guess, is just maybe the people from Stadia is handling it in a way, like not in a good way. Like maybe there's a better way to handle these. Maybe they need a spokesperson. Maybe they need more, not more news, but more interaction. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's just this little something that makes it so people hate on it. But I can't tell what it is, because I love the platforms and whatever they're doing, I love it. But there's just this little something, I think, that people want from them, but they're still looking. I guess they're still working on that. And the FUD is just really annoying on our part when we see it. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I too. I'm with both of you guys. I think that, and I see comments in the chat where they're like, people are just slow, they're dumb, and
I ain't gonna disagree.
No,
that's all I gotta say on that topic.
I think it's a multifaceted thing. I think part of it is, especially right now, it's coming from entities that I think people are, they've been dealing with for a while. They've gotten accustomed to, and they've gotten more accustomed to the personality opposed to the stuff that's being said. And that's something that the listener, they have to work that way through, because you gotta be able to separate the forest from the trees, and you got to do that yourself. Nobody else is going to do it for you. I do think though that there are situations to where there are just, then there's two other parts. One part is there are people that haven't realized yet that maybe, again, there's a difference between what the platform is going to be and what they want the platform to be. And they got to get a better understanding. Now, what is the platform going to be? Well, I think it's clear. It's a platform that didn't get close to its milestone to get that it had set for itself until it put a big ticket game out there that people wanted to play on the platform. They realized that poll after poll said that people want to play multi-platform games, the big ticket multi-platform games on Stadia. So they're working to make it easy for those big multi-platform games to come over, so they can start seeing what they saw again. You know what I mean? But that's going to take time, because unfortunately that wasn't the focus at the beginning. So that type of stuff takes time. So you have a law while they're going through this pivot. If you're not comfortable with that law, if you don't think that that's good, then you're going to have to consider doing what Jack Buser said. Jack said this may not be the robust platform for everybody, and people might have to come back. You know what I mean? But you got to make that decision on your own, and don't let other people make it for you. Just let the facts do all of the facts do the talking for you. But then the last piece is, I do think that there is interaction. There's a gap in interaction. I totally agree. Again, it bewilders me. Pete is right. They don't have to do anything extra besides da-da-da-da-da. But if it's in your best interest and it's not going to cost or kill you, to me, it makes sense to increase your interaction. If you look at the Stadia community, I'm a big fan of following precedent when it applies. If you look at the Stadia community in 2020, our expectations were much higher than what they are today, and we got much less around the same time. We did. We just simply did. We had a lot less. Expectations were higher, right? We only started off with 25 old games, except for, we had Guilt that was newer, but the rest were old. We had 25 old games in Guilt. We hadn't heard from the company in a substantial way in like 45 days, right? And we only had 12 games that had been released in a particular time. Now we have 256, 7, 8, 9 games that we can play that I know all of us ain't played. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting a lot more communication from Stadia almost daily, and we're at 19 games, right? But if you look at everything that kept the glue together, it was interaction. And so I get it that there may not be the people in the community that are behind the interaction anymore. So maybe you fill the gap with something. Like when we did the community event last year for Resident Evil Rainbow Six Siege. That's something that we need to see periodic.
Yes, very. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, totally agree.
I mean, again, and that's so, you talk about low change. That's so low change. I get the frustration. I'm here with you guys. Trust me, this is not a channel where we say, oh, everything is perfect. No, we will talk about it. It just has to be substantial. I'm not going to sit there and buckle my knees to doom and gloom if if something is still in flight to address that concern. You know what I mean? Now, I get if they say, oh, we fixed it and it ain't fixed. That's different. But I'm not going to. But we are going to talk about things that are not being chiseled enough. And I truly do feel that there is more that can be done. I'm not saying nothing is being done. I'm not saying not a lot of good stuff isn't being done. But I'm just getting this feeling that right now, that drive to do just a little bit more isn't there yet. A lot of this stuff would go away, Ninja Guy X and Pete, if we had regular events. The community's been torn, by our own doing. I get it. And we're working on ways to get some community events up to par. There's some complications and things like that. But for your product, just fill in that gap a little bit. You ain't got to do it forever. We coordinate with us. Okay, I'm holding on to the rope till you guys get okay. Now the rope is back to you. But we need more. We should be having events every other month. Every other month, at least. And then we can fill in the gap for the rest until we can take it over full time. And then that way you guys can do an event once a quarter. But there has to be more interaction. I think if there was just the little bit of investment in more interaction, that's why I threw out the 15-minute video thing, But if there was more interaction, something more, I think it could cut into this thicket of FUD. And I am bewildered why I'm not seeing it. But it's not the end of the world. It's not doom and gloom. But I just think we could squeeze out a little bit more extra as far as effort. You know what I mean? So, any thoughts on that before we close out?
Oh, you hit the nail. That was really good. Yeah,
that was pretty good. Yeah.
A good present from a better presence from them would definitely help out for sure.
But we had a ball. I mean, were you part of that Ninja Guy X? I don't know if you were you on any of those teams.
So that happened when I barely started content creating then. John barely knew me. And no, I watched it though. Oh my God, were you one of the team member? I know that.
Yeah, I was on John's team. Yeah,
John. Okay, there was John. There was Vivi's teams, and there was
Meg's team and
Meg's team. Yeah.
And then there was just the regular Stadians. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was so cool. I really hope that they do it again. They did it afterwards with Human Fall Flat and others. I don't remember what it was.
Six Siege.
Yeah. I remember Grace doing a stream, but I can't remember why she did it. But yeah, these kind of presents is great. I wish that they did it more.
Yeah, but the game. I mean, but
Dan from Google, where you at?
Yeah, Dan. Hey, Dan. Welcome to the family. But this is what's in the kitchen sink. This is what you got washed up in the kitchen sink. I think that's a no-brainer. And I mean, if you just look back at Stadia, you ain't got to do a Stadia Super Saturday, but if you look at the PUBG events that we used to have, the 40 car racing on grid, you look at that stuff and just mimic that, then you the recipe for success is already there. You just got to, just do it. That's all. And then we'll pick it up. Once we see it, we'll pick it up. It's just that things have been a little distorted a little bit and things have been a little fractured. We're going to get back there. But in the meantime, you can clear up a lot of this silliness just by a little bit of interaction, I think. So, all right. Well, with that said, and I got a little bit of bad news, guys. We're 15 minutes over, and plus, what I had to take care of for a couple minutes, I still got to take care of again. So there's going to be no after show. I am so sorry. However, I'm going to make it up to you guys. I'm going to do something either tomorrow or this weekend to make it up for everybody. Just have another gaming discussion or whatever. But thank you guys so much for coming through. We got to wrap this up because we're like 15 minutes over. But with no further ado, let's start with Ninja Guy X. Ninja Guy X, can you let the good people know where they can find you at, brother?
Yeah, definitely. They can find me on Ninja Guy Space X on YouTube, and they can find me on Twitter at Ninja Guy X. Friday evenings, I got my show with John Scars. We do some nice talk about Stadia news and the community. And on Tuesday, I have captures of Stadia on my channel where we put Stadia captures that people have shared to us, and then we do a little bit of voting to see who's going to win, and it's all part of Stadium Connect North. Other than that, right now I don't do much stream. I work on videos pretty much in the background, but Lumos is coming out, and I'm planning to stream that. So keep a watch on my channel.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, Peter Cottontail. Where can the good people find you at, Pete?
As usual, you can always find me on Twitter at foremost_GG. You can also find me on the StadiaDosage website, as I am officially a writer.
Nice.
So you guys can mainly find me on there. Because I still haven't really gotten to content creation, despite me kind of testing things. Sometimes I'll try to like do test streams. I post clips, videos, screenshots, whatever. Even though I have to like do it weird because Twitter doesn't recognize any of my clips now, and I don't know why. But yeah, you guys can basically mainly find me on Twitter and the StadiaDosage site. I'm always around. You can hit me up.
Cool. And you guys might know who I am. MM2K, PNTS Network, StadiaDosage. You can find me here. I gotta be honest with you, as the news has been slower, it's been a perfect excuse for me to be more frequent on StadiaDosage streams. So make sure you check me out on StadiaDosage streams, chopping it up or popping it up on Division 2. I'm having a blast. I'm having so much fun. I dropped a link earlier in the chat for the, I think I did. I dropped a link earlier in the chat. Sure didn't, but go to pntsnetwork.com, go to featured items, and then go to Old Dirty Blasters. PNT under PNTS Plus, I think it is, or it's just Old Dirty Blasters. Go there, sign up for Old Dirty Blasters clan. There's going to be more clans. We're going to be doing clans for Borderlands 3 once that crossplay gets active. Destiny 2. I mean, we just got a plethora of games that we're going to open up for, but Division 2 is our baby right now. And again, check us out on StadiaDosage.com. A lot of great articles, a lot of great content. And if you're interested, again, in being part of the family, reach out to preferably Jack and let him know. All right. And Munar, I'm feeling a certain type of way. If you're going to troll me, bring your ass in here on time. I'm tired of you waiting to the last 5 minutes of the show.
Hey, don't even bring that up on Nick. He came here on time.
That's funny.
Meanwhile, you're over here starting the show all late and stuff.
He said news is slow because Stadia is dead. Well,
I don't like slow you. There. Yeah. Well, look who's slow here today. Yeah.
Oh goodness! I can't stand that guy. With that being said. Thank you guys for coming through today. This is great show. I wish we could do it longer. I wish we could do the after party, but I'm gonna make it up to everybody. And until next time, have a wonderful gaming day. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.